Welcome back to our CSAT series. In our last session, we discussed some of the problems from the clocks and calendars. So, in this session, we are going to discuss another easy and important concept, that is directions. See, definitely they are going to ask one question from this area, that is called directions, and this concept will be very easy. At any cost, you should not lose mark from this area called directions, students. Okay. Now, before going to the questions, let us discuss few things regarding these directions. See, we all know we have four major directions. What are those? North, south, east and west. Right? North, south, east and west. And with this we have four more other directions, that is northeast, southeast, northwest and southwest and northwest. Southwest and northwest. So, these are the four directions which we have. Okay, right. So, keeping these things in our mind, we will try to solve the problem, students. Okay, so this directions concept is very important. There is no doubt in that. And next one more thing is, see here, while considering the directions, here with respect to whom we are telling the directions is very important. Why? Because what happens here is, see here, for example, there are four friends A, B, C and D. And there is one more person E. One more person E who is seated in the middle. Now, whenever you tell a direction, definitely with respect to some person, you need to tell the direction. How you can tell the direction? See here, when it comes to the E, when it comes to the position of E, with respect to A, what is the position of E for me? E is south to A, right? E is to the southward direction of A. And next, when it comes to E, the same person E, with respect to D, what is its position? E is east of D. Why? Because towards east direction of D. Next, when it comes to B, B will become, so from with respect to B, what I can write? E is west of B. And with respect to C, E is north to C or north of C. So, here the direction changes with respect to the person. From person to person, always our directions will be varied. With respect to whom we are telling the direction, that is very important for us students here. Okay, at any cost, we need to check with respect to whom we are going to tell our final direction. With respect to A, with respect to B, with respect to C or with respect to D. Based on this only we are going to tell the directions. Okay, the first and important concept, with respect to whom we are telling our direction. Whom we are our direction. Why? Because from person to person the direction may vary. From person to person the direction may vary. So, definitely we need to tell always. For example, I cannot say simply that E is to the west, E is to the south. West of whom, south of whom, definitely we need to mention, then only we will have a clear idea, else we cannot say in a random manner. So, with respect to a person, we need to decide the direction of the persons. Next thing, see here students, in this direction concepts, we should consider few things, few standard things. What are one of those standard things is, see here, we know that until and unless, for example, see here, we know this is north and south. North and south. If I place A here and B here, until and unless if they are in a straight line, then only I can say that A is to the north of B and B is to the south of A. If they deviate by some angle, that means if I say in a question, if they mention that A is north of B, in the question if they mention something like this, that means definitely A and B will be in a straight line, and A will be north of B. Simple. Don't think that they will be deviated by some small distance. See, if they deviates by a 0.001 degree also, everything falls under, all the area comes under northeast. All this area comes under northeast. Until and unless if they are in a straight line only, then only we will say north, south, east or west. If they deviates by a minor degree, by 0.0001 degree also, all this area falls under southeast, and the entire this area falls under northwest, and this entire area falls under southwest. Did you understand, students? If they are in a straight line, exactly straight line, then only we will say east, west, north or south. If they deviates by a minute angle also, then we will, that falls under northeast, southeast, southwest or northwest. Remember this one, this entire area. And similarly, if I say that A is to the north of B, means there is no hesitation. Always we should consider they both are in a same straight line. Same straight line. Don't think that, sir, why it should be a slight, why can't be little bit in a slanted manner. No, this is not the assumption which we make. Okay, in general you can say north and south, but in our concept, in our direction concept, if I say north means yes, exactly north, and that too in a straight line. If I say C is to the east of D, C is to the east of D. So definitely C will be in a straight line with D. There is no doubt in that. They will not be deviated by a minute degree also. Okay, understood? Next thing. So in this manner we will consider the directions north to south. So always in a straight line. Next thing is, next important basic thing which we need to remember is, here we will have left turns and right turns. While solving the problems, we will come across the words left turn, right turn, like this we will come across the one. So whenever I say left turn means, if for example, if I am moving in this upward direction, and if I say left turn means a 90 degrees left turn, exactly 90 degrees left turn. And similarly, if in the question, if we say a right turn means we will take exactly a 90 degrees right turn. Okay, understood, student? Don't take like this, sir, this also becomes left turn, this also, no. These two are left turns in general, but we will not consider them as our left turn or right turn in our concepts. If I say that left turn or right turn means exactly a 90 degrees turn. Exactly a 90 degrees turn. There is no. There will be some questions. There they will clearly mention that 45 degrees right turn or 45 degrees in clockwise, like this they will mention. There according to the question based on that angle. See here, students. For example, a person started walking towards northward direction and then took a 45 degrees turn in clockwise direction. This is a statement. Assume this is a statement. Now see here, a person started walking towards what? Northward direction means, usually northward means upward direction. Assume some from point he started walking towards northward direction. And then took a 45 degrees turn in clockwise direction. Now see here, 45 degrees turn in clockwise direction means, how you will take, students, tell me. What is his actual path? Tell me one thing. I will draw you two cases. This is 45 degrees one. This is 45 degrees one. Now tell me whether I should consider here the first case or the second case. 40 degrees clockwise turn. Clockwise means what? Anyway, this direction only, there is no doubt in that. Now tell me which direction I need to consider. Whether I should consider this first one or the second one. First one or the second one. Tell me which one we need to consider here. Which one we need to consider here? Definitely the second one. What is the reason, sir? See, from his actual path. What is his actual path, students? This is his actual path. This is his actual path. From this he is getting deviated, right? From this he is getting deviated by what? 45 degrees angle. So you should consider this as the 45 degrees clockwise turn. See, students, always don't think that, sir, this one is 45, we will consider this as 45 degrees. That is completely wrong. From his actual path he will deviate, right? From his actual path he will deviate. So we should consider this one as 45 degrees angle. This one as 45 degrees angle. So please be careful while making these turns. Especially angular turns, they will very clearly mention what angle they are getting turned. So please be, from the actual path you should get deviated. For example, a person is moving in this direction. Now he took a 135 degrees anti-clockwise direction. 135 degrees anti-clockwise direction. So what will be his position now? This is his actual path. From here it should be 135 degrees. From here this direction. That means this will turn in this manner. So anti-clockwise means upward only, right? So anti-clockwise means now it will come to this position and this will become 135 degrees anti-clockwise direction. Understood, students? So please be careful while you are taking the turns. From the actual path you need to write the deviation. Understood? This is one more important thing. Why? Because left turns, right turns we will see more frequently in our questions. And the other thing, sometimes they may also give us the angular turns. Some 20 degrees turn, 30 degrees turn, 40 degrees turn, 50 degrees turn. In that case also, as I already told you, from the actual path try to deviate. Okay, try to draw the angle from the actual path. Okay, next one. See, in these concepts we will track the path. For example, we will go take an example here, students. See here, a person starts walking towards north, and after walking for 10 meters, he took a right turn, and again after walking for 5 meters, took a right turn and walked 15 meters, full stop. In which direction is he from the starting point? This is the question. Assume that this is the question. Okay. So whenever we see these type of questions in our concept, usually what we will do is we will draw the path. So while drawing the path, you should be very careful. Why? Because see here, students, anyway we are not going to draw the actual path of the person walked, right? We cannot draw a 15-meter line on this board or the paper. Okay, so what we are going to, we will draw an approximated diagram, right? So while drawing the approximated diagram, draw with some common sense. Be careful, students. What is the mistake few students will make here is, see here, for example, a person started walking towards north. Assume that his path is here. From here he is starting. This is his start point. From here he started and he walked towards north, and after walking for 10 meters, that means towards north he walked, and he walked for what distance? 10 meters. This is start, students. Okay, 10 meters. What he had done is he took a right turn. So now he took a right turn and again walked after walking for 5 meters. That means now he walked for 5 meters. He took a right turn and again walked 15 meters. Now see here, students. This is 10 meters, right? So now I will draw the 15 meters line. He walked for 15 meters, and in which direction is he from the starting point? Now I will say that this is the end point, this is the starting point. So from the starting point means what we will do? We will draw a, see, whenever with respect to what point we are doing, simply draw there a plus. Now if it is straight in this direction, we call north. If it is straight in this direction, we call it as east. But it is in the middle, right? So what is this direction? Northeast. Is this correct? Is this correct? What is the mistake which we have made here? What is the mistake which we have made here? Very simple. Sir, anyway we are drawing the approximate diagram. This is 10 meters line, and what is the distance he is covering at the last? He is covering 15 meters. How come 15 meters line will be shorter than 10 meters? It is practically wrong, right? So please be careful while drawing the diagram. Anyway, from this is the start point. Start, and 10 meters he walked. Next he walked for 5 meters. And then he walked for 15 meters. So what I am going to tell here is very simple. Try to draw a little bit lengthier line than the 10 meters one. Anyway, we are not measuring with using any scale or any graph, or we are not doing any all those things. We are drawing an approximate diagram, but please be careful. At least by some distance, please try to increase this line. Okay, now actual path is, this is the actual path. Now tell me what is the actual answer? This is south and this is east. So what will be our answer? Southeast will be our answer. While anyway we will solve the problems with the help of this tracking paths only. But while drawing the diagram, please be careful. Please be careful. Always draw with some common sense. Okay, so that our answer, the correct answer here is southeast. The correct answer here is southeast. Okay, understood. What happens is, while drawing the diagram, if you make a mistake, there is a chance of getting a wrong answer. See here, Just now we have seen. What is the answer we got in the first case? Northeast. But what is the correct answer? Southeast. So please be careful while drawing this approximated diagrams. Approximated diagrams. Make sure that you should differentiate the difference between a lengthier, long distance and the shorter distance. Don't draw the shorter distance lengthier than the longer one. Okay. Please be careful while drawing these diagrams. Why? Because always we are going to solve our problems with the help of these diagrams only. We are going to solve the problems with the help of these diagrams. Next. See here, in our problems, we will have the shortest path. Sometimes we need to see. Assume that we will use the Pythagoras theorem a lot in our problems while solving sometimes. What is the Pythagoras theorem for us? In a right angled triangle, side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square, or squares of two perpendicular sides, sum of squares of two perpendicular sides will be equal to hypotenuse square, hypotenuse square. So that is the Pythagoras theorem which we have. So we are in most of the times, what happens is, while solving the problem, so for example, a person's tracking is like this. This is some 5, this is some 2, this is some 5, and this is some, what we can say, some 6 or 7, something like this is there for us. Now please see here, what will happen? Now if I want to write the shortest distance between my start point and my end point, if I want to find means shortest distance means, see here students, what I will do is, I will simply draw a line in this manner and I will draw a line in this manner. So now tell me, if what is this distance? What is this distance? 5 plus 5, right? 10. Okay, what is this distance? 2 plus 6, 8. 2 plus 6, 8. Now we need to find this distance. Now here we will apply the Pythagoras theorem and we will say what is this shortest distance from the starting point and end point means side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. That means this, assume it as some x. X square is equal to 8 square plus 10 square. So x square value will become what for me? 164. So x value will become root over 164. Okay, understood? In this manner we are going to take the help of Pythagoras theorem while solving our problems. Okay, understood? Next, and the most important concept for us here is regarding the sunlight. Questions based on sunlight. What will happen? Where we will use this concept? Means, see here students, we all know sunrise at east, sun sets at west. Usually sun will not rise or set. Generally we will revolve around sun, but generally there is a saying that sun rises at east, sun sets at west. Now we will see what will happen in that case. Now see here, in the morning hours, where the sun will be there? The sun will be there in the eastward direction. Right? This is east, we know that this is, west, north and south. In the morning hours, sun will be on the eastward direction. Right? Now for example, assume that two persons are standing here and they are facing towards each other. Where the shadows of these persons will fall? Tell me where the shadows, definitely it will fall in this direction, right? In this direction, definitely in this direction. So, and similarly, in the evening hours, where my sun will be there? Here. And the same two persons, where the shadows of these two persons will fall in the evening hours? They will fall towards their right or left, right? Depending on the person whom we are considering, it will fall towards left of this person and right of this person. And when it comes to this, for him left and for him right. Okay, like this we are right. So that means during daytime, see, usually we will have only mornings and evening cases. There will be no other cases exactly in the mid-afternoon or something. Mid-afternoon, actually speaking, in an ideal condition, should we have shadows? No, we should not have shadows. Why? Because the sun should be exactly above our forehead. In ideal cases, that is not possible. That is the reason what they will do is, in the morning hours or in the evening hours, they will give us the questions. So, if a person who is facing towards north or south, always the shadows will fall either towards his left or towards his right. Is there a chance of falling towards in front of him or behind him? The shadows, is there any possibility that the shadows of these two persons falling in front of them or behind them? Is there any possibility? No. That means the persons who are facing north or south, always their shadows will be to their left or right. Always their shadows will be to their left or right, irrespective of the time. That means whether it may be morning or evening. Sometimes, and reverse also we can say. If the shadows of the persons are falling to their left or right, means which direction, what is the possibility, or in which direction there is a possibility they both can stand, means definitely they both should face either north or south. Then only there is a possibility of getting the shadows onto their left or right. Left or right. See, persons who are facing to north or south, definitely their shadows will fall to their left or right. That is one case. Vice versa also we can say, if the shadows of the person are falling to their left or right, means obviously they will face either south or north. Obviously they will face to the south or north. That is one case. Okay, good, superb. Now for example, we will see another case. In the morning hours, sun rises in the east, we all know. Now two persons are facing in this direction, towards each other in this direction. Now tell me where the shadows of these two persons will fall. See, definitely it will fall in this direction, right? The shadows of two persons will fall in this direction. For him, in front of him the shadows will be there. For him, behind him the shadows will fall. Now see the same case in the evening hours. In the evening hours, two persons are facing in the same direction, the same two persons. Where the shadows will fall? In this direction, right? The shadows will fall towards this direction. That means for this person the shadows are falling in front of him, for this person the shadows are falling behind him. Now tell me, for these two persons, is there any possibility that the shadows to fall to their left and right? Is there any possibility that the shadows will fall towards their left and right? See, there is a chance, but cross-sectionally it may form. But in an ideal condition, we are purely speaking about the ideal conditions. Definitely the shadows will fall exactly in front of him or to the behind him. Or is there any chance of getting the shadows to their left or right in this case or in this case? There is no chance at all. There is no chance at all. Because of that reason, that means the persons who are facing east or west, the shadows will fall in front of them, in front or behind them, but it will never fall to their left or right. And in the similar case, if the shadows of the person is falling in front of him or behind him, means obviously he should face either east or west. Then only the shadows will fall in front of him or behind him, irrespective of time of the day, whether it is morning or evening. So these two understandings are very, very important. Why? Because while solving the problems, directly they will say that two persons are talking to each other face to face. The shadows of one person is falling to the left of other person, means then immediately face to face and left of one person, means in which direction, where the chances, either you should face north or south. That means immediately you should understand that yes, the conversation is going in this manner. One is facing to north and one is facing to south. And please be careful, why in these problems only, if two persons A and B are there. Now please tell me, A will face which direction? A will face northward direction. Why? Because he is looking upward. When it comes to B, B will face southward direction. But A is to the south of B and B is to the north of A. So please be careful. A will face north. Here B will face south. But in other terms, we can also say that A is to the south of B and B is to the north of A. Facing is different and their positioning is different, students. Please be careful. Why? Because in these questions, we will come across these things. A will face which direction? In a flow, sometimes what happens is A is in this below the position and few students will write the answer as south. But actually A is facing which direction? A will face north. He is in the south, but he faces north. Similarly, B will face which direction? B will face south, but B is in the northward position. Understood? Understood? So, these are the basic things which we should keep in our mind while solving the problems. The first and foremost thing what we can say is, if I say a person is to north or south means definitely they will be in a straight line. If they deviate by a minute angle or distance also, everything falls under northwest, southwest, northeast or southeast. And next, whenever I say a left turn or right turn means exactly a 90 degrees turn. Okay, next whenever I say 45 degrees clockwise, 45 degrees anti-clockwise means I should deviate from the actual path. Okay, next thing, while drawing the approximated diagram, please draw them carefully. And the next one is, what we can say is, if the shadows of the persons are falling to their left or right means definitely they will face either to south or north. If the shadows of the person are falling in front of them or behind them means definitely they will face either east or west, depending on the situation, whether it is morning or evening. We will see that according to the problems. But these are the basic things which we should know before solving the problems of these directions. Understood? Now we will go to our problems. Now see here, Gaurav walks 20 meters towards north. Assume that this is the starting point and he is walking 20 meters towards north. Okay. He then turns left. See, the person who is walking in this direction, upward direction, turns left means what? This is the position, and walks 40 meters. Okay, and he walked 40 meters. Assume that you were at that position and accordingly turn, students. That is enough. Next, he again turns left. The person who is moving in this direction, turning left means downward, and walks 20 meters. Now see here, already we came 20 meters. Now 20 meters means make sure that approximately you draw a straight line parallel to this one. A point parallel to this one. Why? Because same 20 meters, same 20 meters. Further he moves 20 meters after turning to the right. Now see here. He again turns left and walks 20 meters, full stop. Further he moves 20 meters after turning to the right. That means from here, in this position, he turned to which direction? Towards the right. See, if you are coming down rightward means what? This is the rightward direction. And he walked what distance? 20 meters. And he walked what distance? Now he came parallel with the starting point and he walked 20 meters. Now, how far is he from the original position? Now, anyway, we came to know that these two are in a straight line positions. So, this is 40. Why? Because the same 40 will be resembled here. And this is 20. So, the overall distance will become what here for me? 60 meters. 60 meters. Okay. Okay, you may have doubt that sir 40 and this 20 almost near. Okay. So, the distance from its starting point is how much here? 60 meters. 60 meters. Understood, students? Right? We will move to the next one. Simple. We will track the path. That's it. Nothing more than that. After walking 6 kilometers, I turned right and covered a distance. Okay. From which, first initially, which direction I started walking, I don't know. Generally, they are telling that after walking 6 kilometers, I turned right. So, it is up to you. Draw in any manner. If you want in upward or sideward, it is up to you. First of all, draw the diagram. After walking 6 kilometers, I will assume for time being in this direction. So, I walked 6 kilometers. I turned right. That means right means downward direction. And covered a distance of 2 kilometers. Okay. Then turned left. See, the person moving in downward left means which direction? Person moving in downward direction. Left means what? This direction. Left and covered a distance of 10 kilometers. Okay. Now covered 10 kilometers. In the end, I was moving towards the north. Now, what they are telling is this is north. Now they are telling that this is the northward direction. Now, from which direction did I start my journey? So, I need to tell which direction. This direction I need to tell. See, finally also is in the northward direction and initially also he moved in the same direction. Am I correct or not? Yes, that means what will be your answer? North. What will be your answer here? North. Okay, that is good. With that logic, we can tell the answer is north. But if the position changes, sir, usually we know that north means upward. See, while solving the problem, sometimes we will come across these type of cases. If this becomes north, which side will become south? Tell me. If this side becomes north, which side becomes south? This becomes south. Why? Because north and south are exactly opposite to each other. Okay, there will be no problem with north and south, students. Now tell me where I should have east and where I should have west. Where I should have east and where I should have west. See, general observation. if you stand at this junction and face towards north, and if you stretch your right hand, where it will point you? Towards east. Am I correct? So the same concept or the same logic we will apply here. Now I will assume this is the junction. Now I came to know that this is north and this is south. Now the same concept. I will stand at this junction and I will stretch my right hand. This will become what for me? East. And this will become what for me? West. Simple understanding, students. No need to worry or think much about these things. Very simple. Whenever you stand at a junction and while you face towards the north, your right hand will show us the eastward direction and left hand will show us the westward direction. Understood? Nothing more than that. Now next one. See here, my friend and I started walking simultaneously towards each other from two places 10 meters apart. Okay. After walking 30 minutes. See, my friend and I started walking simultaneously towards each other. Okay. Assume that these are the 2 points. 2 points. From two different places 100 meters apart. That means the distance between these 2 points is how much? 100 meters. Okay. After walking 30 meters, my friend turns left. That means assume this is myself and this is my friend. Now, what will happen? See here. After walking 30 meters, my friend turns left. That means from here he started, right? He walked some 30 meters and he turned left. That means downward and goes 10 meters. Okay. Then he turns right. See, the person coming downward, right means this direction, and goes 20 meters. And goes 20 meters. Okay, good. And then turns right again and comes back to the road on which we started walking. That means once again he will come back to this road. Okay. Which we started walking. If we walk with the same speed, what is the distance between us at this point of time? Now see here, what is telling is both the persons will walk with the same speed. Now first of all tell me what is the distance, overall distance covered by my friend. Okay. See, overall distance means don't directly write this sum of this distance and this distance. Actually what is happening here, please see here students, 30 plus 10, 40. This is not displacement. Here we need to find the distance. Okay. So 30 plus 10, 40, 40 plus 20, 60, 60 plus 10, 70. That means overall my friend covered what distance? 70 meters. So anyway, myself and my friend will walk with the same distance. So what is the distance covered by me? That same distance, 70 meters. That means more I should cover what distance? 30 meters. That means I will come to this point, right? This is my position and this is my friend's position. Now, what is the distance between us at this point? What is the distance between us at this point? 20 meters. The distance between us at this point is 20 meters. 20 meters. Understood, students? Right? The next one. A boy rode his bicycle northwards, then turned left. See, somewhere from this point, he rode his bicycle towards north. And they didn't mention us what distance he cycled. Simply, he went northward. Okay. Next, then turned left and rode 1 kilometer. See, the person moving in this direction, turn left means this is the direction. And he rode 1 kilometer. Okay, good. And again turned left and rode 2 kilometers. See here, initially up to here, when I read the question up to here, he turned left means downward, very clear. And we will have one doubt that where I should stop my line. Why? Because we don't know what is this distance, but we know this is 2 kilometers. It may stop at this point, or it may stop parallel with this one, or it may go beyond this one. But anyway, this distance is how much? Overall 2 kilometers. Up to this point I can say this thing. Why? Because I don't know what is this distance. If I know this distance, then I can easily say where I can stop my point. I should stop before this parallel line, or should stop parallelly, or crossing that line. But now see here, he found, now continuation to that, he found himself exactly 1 kilometers west of his starting point. See, exactly 1 kilometers west of his starting point. When you can say west, if he comes to the if he comes parallel with the starting point, then only you can say west. Then only you can say west. So now this is 1 kilometer. See here, this is 1 kilometer, this is 1 kilometer. That means this distance from here to here is what? 2 kilometers. That means initially also he rode how much distance? 2 kilometers. Why? Because he came parallel, right? Parallel with the starting point. So that means initially also he rode 2 kilometers. Now question. How far did he ride northwards initially? 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. Understood, students? Like this we are going to solve the problems. Next one. A and B start walking from a point in opposite directions. Okay, there is a point. From this point, A and B started walking in opposite directions. Assume this is the direction of A and this is the direction of B. Okay, now A covers 3 kilometers and B covers 4 kilometers. Now from this point, what he is telling us is A is covering 3 kilometers, B is covering 4 kilometers. Next, then A turns right. The person moving in this direction turning right means what? Downward, and walks 4 kilometers. He turned right and he walked 4 kilometers. While B turns left. Now see here, the person moving in this direction turning left means downward, and he walked what distance? 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers. How far is he from the starting point? How far is each from the starting point? Why? Because here there are two different persons, right? Here we have B and here we have A. Now please observe here, students. This is the starting point. And from here, this is the starting point from here. From the starting point. Now please see here, 3, 4, 3, 4. Anyway, the same right angle triangles, right? More or less. But the direction is changed, but 3, 4, 3, 4. 3, 4, 3, 4. That means what you can write? Here also you will get the same x and here also you will get the same x. Why? Because two sides are 3 and 4, 3 and 4. So what you can write? X square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. X square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. So x square value will become what? 25. So x value will become what? 5. That means each one, A and B, are 5 kilometers apart from the starting point. 5 kilometers distance from the starting point. A and B are 5 kilometers distance from the starting point. Understood, students? Right? Next. Now see here. One day Ravi left home and cycled 10 kilometers southward. Okay. Assume this is his home. And he cycled 10 kilometers southward. Southward means what, students? Downward. Okay, 10 kilometers to southward. Next. Turned right. The person who is moving in this direction, turning right means what will be the turn right? This is the direction, right? Downward. Turned right and cycled 5 kilometers. Now he cycled what distance? 5 kilometers. Next. And turned right. The person who is moving in this direction, turned right means upward, and cycled 10 kilometers more. Now see here, once again he came parallel to the home, right? Why? Because this is 10 kilometers and this is 10 kilometers. Now obviously these 2 points will be in a straight line. Next. And turned left and cycled 10 kilometers. The person moving in this direction, turning left means this direction, and he travelled what distance? 10 kilometers. How many kilometers will he have to cycle to reach his home straight? See here, from here he should reach his home straight. This is nothing but you need to find the displacement. I hope you know the distance between distance and a displacement. What is the difference? Distance means the overall distance. Displacement means the shortest path. So to go to his home, what he can do is directly he can move from this distance to this distance. If this is 5, what about this? This also becomes 5. Okay, so how much distance he need to travel to go back to his home? 15 kilometers. If he rides the cycle for 15 kilometers, he will go back to his home. Understood? Next one. Rasik walks 20 meters north. Okay, there is a person. Assume this is his starting point, and he walked 20 meters north. Okay, then he turns right and walks 30 meters. Now he turned right and he walked 30 meters. Okay, next. Then he turns right and walks 35 meters. See, the person moving in this direction, turning right means downward, and he walked what distance now? 35 meters. 35 meters. Then he turns left and walks 15 meters. So once again turning left and walking 15 meters. 15 meters. Then he again turns left and walks 15 meters. Now see here, 15 meters. Okay, I will draw for time being 15 meters. In which direction and how many meters away from the original point? Now please see here, students. What is this overall? This is 35. This is 20 and this is 15. That means what is happening here? Indirectly, these 2 points are straight line to each other, right? Why? Because this overall is 35, this is 20 and this is 15. That means these 2 points will be in a straight line. Now what is the question? In which direction and how many meters away from the original position. Original position is this is original position and this is final position. So now if this is 30, what about this one? This also becomes 30. If this is 15, what about this? This also becomes 15. So how much distance this is? 45 meters. And in which direction? If you put a plus mark here, anyway, in a straight line, what is this direction, students? East. So 45 meters east will be the answer for us. 45 meters east will be the answer for us here. Understood? Okay. Please be careful. Sometimes here the observation is very, very important, students. Why? Because we cannot tell without the observation. This is 20, this is 15. Overall sum becomes what? 35. That means these 2 points are in a straight line. Next straight line. Right. Next one. Shobha was facing east. Okay. She walked 20 meters. See, the person facing east and she walks 20 meters means obviously she will walk towards east only. Okay. She walked 20 meters in the east direction. Okay. Good. Superb. Turning left, she moved 15 meters. See, the person moving in this direction, turning left means upward. And she moved 15 meters. Okay. And then turning right, moved 25 meters. From here, turning right, 25 meters. 25 meters. Finally, she turned right and moved 15 meters more. See, from here, turning right means downward. And she moved 15 meters. See here, students, this is 15 and this is 15. So that means now these two positions are in a straight line. How far is she from her starting point? Now tell me how far is she from her starting point? This is 20 and this is 25. Overall this will become what? 45 meters. Overall this will become what? 45 meters for us here. Understood? The next one. Jatin leaves his home and walks 12 kilometers towards north. Okay. Assume that this is his home. This point is his home. He walked towards north for what distance? 12 kilometers. Okay. He turns right and walks another 12 kilometers. Now he turned right and he walked 12 kilometers. Okay. He turns right again and walks 12 kilometers more. Now once again he is turning right and he is walking 12 kilometers more. And turns left to walk 5 kilometers. Now he is once again turning left to walk 5 kilometers. See here, students, just simply understand. The person moving in downward left means what? This is the direction. Okay, 5 kilometers. How far is he from his home and in which direction? See, in which direction? Anyway, 12 and 12 means he came in a parallel line. So this will become what? East. Direction will become east. And how far means this will become 12. 12 plus 5, 17. So 17 kilometers east will be the answer for us. 17 kilometers east will be the answer for us here. Okay. Right, next one. Deepak starts walking straight towards east. Okay, east, okay, from here assume. And he walked starting towards east. After walking for 75 meters, okay, after walking for 75 meters, he turns to the left and walks 25 meters. Turning left means upward and he walks what distance? 25 meters. Okay. Again he turns to the left and walks a distance of 40 meters. Now he turned to left and he walked 40 meters. See, this is 75 initially, now he just walked 40 meters. Okay, again turns to the left means downward and walks a distance of 25 meters. That means once again he walked a distance of 25 meters. So see here, students, if this is 25, this also 25 means now once again he came back to the starting line only. Okay. How far is he from the starting point? How far is he from the starting point? This is the question for us. See here, students. What is this distance now here? 35 meters. He is 35 meters from his starting point. Why? Because this is overall 75. If this is 40, what about this distance? This will become 35 meters for us here. Understood? Right? The next one. Two friends start a race and together they run for 50 meters. Okay. Jack turns right and runs 60 meters while Bunny turns left and runs 40 meters. Now see here, race means usually how they will start. Anyway, they both will start moving in the same direction. Understand, students? Here they didn't mention, sir, whether they moved in the same direction or in opposite direction. Means they both moved in the same direction. Why? Because they are participating in the race. So they run for 50 meters. Assume that this is the path. Okay. Now Jack turns right and runs 60 meters. Assume this is initial 50 meters. And it turned right means downward, and he run what distance? 60 meters. Okay. While Bunny turns left and runs 40 meters. That means he turns. This is the direction of Bunny and this is Jack. And he runs what distance? Just 40 meters. Okay. Then Jack turns left and runs 50 meters. See, the person moving in downward turning left means this is the direction. And he run what distance? 50 meters. Next, Bunny turns right and runs 50 meters. This person is also running right and he is also running 50 meters. So that means more or less they both are in a parallel position here and here. Next, how far are the two friends now from each other? Now, these 2 points are exactly in a straight line, right? Why? Because 50 and 50. Now they are in what distance with each other? 100 meters. Why? Because this is 40 and this is 60. So these two friends are 100 meters distance apart each other. Okay. Next one. If A is to the south of B, okay. We don't know where B is. For timing, I will assume B here. A is to the south of B. That means definitely A will be in a straight line with B. Then only I can say south of B. Next. And C is to the east of B. That means C will be in a straight line with B and C is here. In which direction is A with respect to C? With respect to C, I need to tell the position of A. So what I will do? I will draw a cross mark in the position of C. Is it in this straight line? No. This is what? South. Is this in this straight line? No. This is what? West. This middle part will fall under what? Southwest. So what will be our answer here? Southwest. Our answer here is southwest. Simple, students. If they are in a straight line, south or west. If it is not in the straight line with south or west, means the middle area, entire area falls under southwest for us. So our answer is southwest. Next one. One morning after sunrise. See, during the morning hours, where the sun will be there? Sun will be in the east position and shadows will fall in this direction. In the morning hours, the shadows will fall in this direction. Okay, good. Gopal was facing a pole. Okay, Gopal was facing a pole. Okay, till now we don't. The shadow of the pole fell exactly to his right. See, when the shadows will fall to the right or left? If he faces either north or south. If he faces either north or south. See here, this is pole or Gopal. We don't know as of now. But by seeing this right direction, we can say that definitely Gopal and pole are facing towards each other and they are in the north and south positions with each other. In this direction only the shadows will. Now tell me where I should place Gopal such that this direction is right to Gopal. If I place Gopal here, this direction will become what? Why? Because he is facing upward, right? This will become left to him. That means Gopal will be placed obviously here. If Gopal is here, where my pole will be there? My pole will be here. Okay, now, which direction was he facing? This is very, very important. See here, students, actually Gopal is in this northward position, but which direction is he facing? He is facing the south direction. Gopal is facing the south direction. Gopal is facing the south direction. Please be careful, students. Actually, Gopal is in the northward position, but he is facing south. Gopal is facing south direction. Understood? Gopal will face south. Next one. Ravi wants to go to the university. He starts from his home, which is in the east. Okay. This is his home. Okay. Which is in the east. Okay. And come to a crossing. Okay. From here he came to a crossing. Okay. The road to the left ends in a theatre. Okay, here there is a theatre. Why? Because he is coming from this direction. His home is in the eastward direction, right? Theatre. Straight ahead is the hospital. That means if he comes straight, he will go to a hospital. In which direction is the university? See here, obviously from here his home is there, hospital, theatre. And the only direction left for us is this one. So here we will have the university. So where the university is there? University is in the north direction. University is in the north direction. Understood, students? The university is in the northward direction. Next one. One evening before sunset, two friends, Sumit and Mohit, were talking to each other face to face. See here, one evening before sunset means where my sun position will be there? sun position will be in the westward direction, and where the shadows will fall in this direction. The shadows will fall in this direction. Next, if Mohit's shadow was exactly to the right side, when the shadows will fall right or left, students? When they are facing either north or south, then only the shadows will fall to their right or left. Now see here, that means obviously the two persons are facing in this way. One will face north and the other will face south. Now what they are telling, if Mohit's shadow was exactly to his right side, see Mohit's shadow is right of him only. Now tell me where I should place Mohit, either here or here, so that this direction will become right to Mohit. That means definitely Mohit will be here. Then only the shadows will become, see, either Mohit's shadow or Sumit's shadow, both will fall to his right only, to Mohit's right only. So in this manner, Mohit was here and Sumit was here. Next, which direction was Sumit facing? In which direction Sumit is facing, students? See here, which direction is Sumit facing? Sumit is facing southward direction. Please be careful. Sumit is in north position, but he faces south. Sumit is facing south. Next one. If southeast becomes north, okay, see the general strategy. Okay, this is the direction changing concept. This is north, south, east, west. We know this is northwest, northeast, southeast and southwest. Okay, now what he is telling, if southeast becomes north, southeast is here, so this is becoming north. Next, if northeast becomes west, so this is becoming west, and so on. What will be the west become? What will be the actual west becomes? Now see here, please observe here, students. If this is north, what is opposite to north? South. If this is west, what is opposite to west? East. Then this will become what? Between south and east, what it becomes? Southeast. Between these two, what it becomes? Northeast. Between these two, what it becomes? Northwest. This will become southwest. Now what is our question? What will west becomes? West is becoming what for us in this case? Southeast. West is becoming southeast for us here. West is becoming southeast. Understood? In this manner, the directions will be changed. Okay, understood? Next one, changing of directions. Next, I am facing east. Okay, I am facing east. That means what? This direction. I turn 100 degrees in clockwise. Clockwise means what? Downward direction, right? In this direction, and 90 degrees means I will come to this position, and from here 10 more degrees. That means I will come to this position. Okay, next, and then 145 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, now see here, actual position is this, and from here I came to this position. Sorry, drawn in a middle manner. Okay, this is 90, and now I came to this position. This is 110 degrees in clockwise direction, and then 145 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. From here 145 degrees. From here 145 degrees. See, in anti-clockwise means if I move in 100 degrees, I will come to my initial position, and from here 45 degrees means I will come to this position. This is my first position, this is my second position. So this is 45 degrees. Why? Because from here I will travel 145. Overall effectively is come. Okay, which direction I am facing now? What is this direction, students? This is north and this is east. So what it is? Northeast. I am facing northeast direction. Northeast direction. Understood? Or else the other simple method is cancel all the clockwise sum and anti-clockwise. Clockwise 100, anti-clockwise 45, right? Clockwise 100 and anti-clockwise 45. So when you cancel it, overall I will travel only 45 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. My position is this one. From here anti-clockwise means 45 degrees means I will come to this position. Which direction it is? Northeast. This is northeast direction. Understood, students? Right. Next one. A man is facing northwest. Okay. Northwest. The man is facing northwest. See here, we know where is northwest. If I assume this as north and this as west, the man is facing northwest, somewhere in the middle. We can say, take anything. He turns 90 degrees in clockwise direction. Okay, from here 90 degrees clockwise. Okay, we will add. Then 180 degrees in anti-clockwise. 180 degrees in anti-clockwise. And then another 90 degrees in same direction. Means what? in the 90 degrees in same direction. What does it mean? That means previously what he has done 180 degrees in anti-clockwise. Now once again 90 degrees in anti-clockwise only. 90 in anti-clockwise. Which direction is he facing now? Overall anti-clockwise how much he travelled? 270. Overall clockwise how much he travelled? 90. Now tell me 90 clockwise and 270 anti-clockwise. So effectively he will travel 180 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise. See, in the case of 180, whether it is anti or clockwise, both will come to the same position, students. No need to worry. 180 degrees anti-clockwise. But for your knowledge sake, definitely I will write it as anti-clockwise. Effectively 180 degrees anti-clockwise. 180 degrees anti-clockwise means which direction? Reverse direction. That means now I will come to this position. From this position to I will come to this position. From this position to this position. What is this position? What is this? Sorry, southeast. What is this? Southeast position. I will come to southeast position. Our answer here is southeast. You can cancel them, students. Clockwise sum and anti-clockwise sum. Clockwise total, anti-clockwise total, and effectively which one is higher? That will be the final answer. So 270 minus 90, 180 anti-clockwise. Okay, next one. A person stood alone in a desert on the dark night and wanted to reach his village, which was situated 5 kilometers east of the point where he was standing. Okay, now here please see here, he is standing here. Assume he is standing here. Reach his village which was situated 5 kilometers east of the point. See here, from this point 5 kilometers east means what? This is his village. Now, where he was standing, he had no instruments to find the direction, but he located the pole star. What is the meaning of pole star, students? Pole star is nothing but the star which will be always present in the north direction. Pole star is also called as north star. That means pole star will indicate as the north direction. But he located the pole star. That means where the pole star will be there? Pole star will be there here. He located this one. Now, the most convenient way now to reach his village is to walk in the. Now, he located the pole star and we know that his village is in this direction and he knows that from the starting point his village is 5 kilometers. Now, tell me how he can go to the home. Direction facing the pole star? No. If he goes towards the pole star, he will go to the some other direction. But will he reach his village? No. Next, direction opposite to the pole star. That means if he moves opposite to the pole star, he will go to some other direction. But he cannot go to his village. Next, direction keeping the pole star to his left. That means see here, this pole star, if I keep pole star to his left and if he walks towards in this direction, then definitely he will reach the village, right? So our answer is, he should keep the next option, we will check. Keeping the pole star to his right. If he keeps pole star to his right, then he will go opposite to the village, right? That means direction keeping the pole star to his left. If we move in this direction and pole star to his left, then definitely he will reach the village. So our answer here is direction keeping the pole star to his left. This is one of the, see students, between these questions, there are some of the previous years questions also. This is one of the previous years UPSC question. You should know this one, pole star will be there in the north direction. Pole star is also called as north star. Right, and one more thing which I want to discuss with you people is, usually there will be questions. There will be two location points, A, B and C. This comes under logical reasoning also, but for your understanding. There are 3 ways to go from A to B. And there are 4 ways to go from B to C. In how many ways a person can travel from A to C? That is the question. In how many ways a person can travel from A to C means, usually what we will do is, from A to B how many chances are there? 3 ways are there. He can go from here, here or here. And from B to C how many chances are there? 4 chances are there. 4 chances are there. So, overall how many ways we can go from A to C means, see here students, from here to here he can go from this one, and from here 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here to here this one, and 1, 2, 3, 4. To avoid all this confusion, simply from A to B how many chances are there? 3 chances. From B to C 4 chances are there. So 3 into 4, 12 ways. That means he can go from A to C in 12 different ways. He can go from A to C in 12 different ways. This question was asked in 2 continuous years. In the last year and the before last year, they asked this a question. So please be careful. From A to B, if I have some, for example, if from A to B if I have 4 chances and B to C if I have 5 chances. So overall ways to go from A to C is 4 5s are 20. Like this you need to write the answer, students. Okay, this comes under logical reasoning also, but anyway this one is related to our directions, right? I have discussed this problem here. Okay, right, with this we finished the question from this direction, students. Very easy concept. At any cost you should not lose mark from this area. Okay, definitely you should score the marks in this area, right? Thank you very much. We will see in our next session. Thank you.